Yes, people. We are back live. We are back live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube for another Manchester United Liverpool show. The Man United podcast meets the Analysis at Anfield podcast. So please keep all your comments, all your questions, Manchester United or Liverpool related. A lot going on with both of these clubs with the transfer window. Well, it's not open, but obviously teams making offers and trying to make deals. Let's bump up the likes first and foremost, though. Whether you are watching this live right now or you're watching this back after the live, please bump up the likes. Please make sure you share this across all of the socials as well. And on top of those two things, make sure you subscribe to the channel Sarcasm City TV as well. Please make sure you do that. Big up to Never a Foul and everyone that joined from the raid earlier. Make sure you check out the Man United podcast earlier, where I had Kaz on from Never a Foul, Corey on from Big Six Mans, and Rhino as well. So, like I said, large up everyone who is tuned in. Saint will be here shortly, people. He's just sorting out his connection. That's all it is. So, any questions, like I said, feel free to get in. Don't forget, link for the membership is in the pinned comment as well. So, make sure you check that out. 3 different levels. And if you super chat, I'll get straight to your question or your comment as well. And to Grace, so asking here in regards to what happened to Premzi, what happened with Premzi and Savo. I haven't watched, so I don't know. Obviously, I've heard about it, so I don't know. So I can't comment on that situation and what happened on Saeed's channel. But I've worked with Savo before, I've worked with Premzi before. So big up to both of them as well. Big up to KLFC. Love to see my Bajans in the building. Love that. Big up to Malcolm as well. Let's see what else you lot are saying. Big up Warrior J every single time. Broken Memories as well in the cut. My guy Jez, that's bro right there. Shikar as well says big up chat flawless and the panel as well. Randomly, I get my football stuff from Sports Direct. So if I need shorts, socks, shin pads, boots, I'm gonna get any football stuff from there. Trainers as well. I just get the all black Adidas shell toes. So they're the things I get from Sport Direct. We're a question, but we move. Hopefully, actually, you lot will get to see me play football. I'm hoping so anyway. I'm hoping you lot will get to see me play football. Shout out to Munt, shout out to Kaz, because obviously last Friday. So obviously Monts put out the pictures as well. I was there to go show support because it was for a mental health charity. So hopefully someone puts together some form of YouTube team and you lot can actually see me ball. You know what I'm saying? To phase out, I know I'm going to get asked about this. Says anything you can say about Anthony? No, I can't say anything on the Anthony situation because I've not got all the information. So until evidence comes out, I can't comment on the Anthony situation at all. Once evidence comes out, you lot know me. Regulars know me. I don't duck any question, even if it's stuff I don't want to talk about. And you lot know this. You know what I'm saying? The stuff in regards to players, criticizing certain players I did not want to have the discussion about, but we'll have the discussion. I don't duck no smoke whatsoever. To Josh, who's asking big up thoughts on Mount for 50 million. Terrible idea for Manchester United. Terrible idea. Doesn't improve the first 11. He's in the last year of his deal. He don't even get in Chelsea's lineup and they finish 12th. Don't understand it whatsoever as well. You know what I'm saying? Why is my phone buzzing off? What is going on here? What is going on? Don't know why that's just randomly done that, but here we are. To man asking me where I play, I'm a DM. Yes, I'm a 6, 110%. Profile, I would say, who am I like? I'm like more athletic Jorginho, but without all of the technical qualities. You know what I'm saying? Like, so without the first touch, without the passing, I'm average. I'll be totally honest. I'm a bang average footballer. I wish I had Kante or Fletcher's mobility. Nah, Jorginho. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like Fabinho. I'm a terrible Fabinho. If you strip away all of Fabinho's good attributes, that's me. When I had short hair like Fabinho, yes. That's what we was playing a team one time a couple years back, and that's what he called me. I actually got man of the match that game, but that's what he called me. But yes, I'm a CDM. Yes. Grey Soul says anything about the next goalkeeper. Not sure. Obviously, you can see from the title, people. Alexis McAllister. How much does he improve Liverpool? So we'll be discussing that. Diogo Costa linked to Manchester United. Kim Min Jae linked to Manchester United. Harry Kane linked to Manchester United. Hodgland linked to Manchester United. Harry Maguire linked with a move away from Manchester United. De Gea also linked with a move away from Manchester United. Dean Henderson also linked with a move away from Manchester United as well, which I'm happy about. You know what I'm saying? And which is happy about. Yeah, KLFC, man, I'm not the most mobile. Like I said, you lot will see. If they, because someone's trying to put together a YouTube team or something like that, so you lot will see me play. I'm not gonna lie, I'm bang average. Only the 10%. I'm a bang average footballer. If I was of any quality, guess what? I'd be playing professionally. You know what I'm saying? I'd be living the dream. But this is the next best thing. So here we are. Hey, before I continue, over 50 of you lot in the building. We're only at 24 likes though. Let's bump up the likes, people. Let's get up to 30 likes. Only asking for 5 more. It's now 25. Hit the subscribe button as well. We're at 6,663. 2 more. Get us to 6,665 and continue to share it across all the socials. At Sarcasm City TV across all the socials as well. Please share across all of your socials. It helps so much, people. It really does. But get your questions in. I'll star any Liverpool questions for Saint and any questions for me in regards to Manchester United. I'll answer right now, people. And Jesse just asking this. I'm a 6. I'm a DM. Well, I'm a DM. I can play as a single 6. I can play in a double pivot as a 6. I can play in front of a back 4. I can play in front of a back 3. Oh, but I'm a 6. 100%. Can do an 8. But I'd have to actually like play and get fit and all them things there. Nah. I'm not Lucas Leiva because like he was like aggressive and stuff. That's not my thing. Yemeka says, I just remembered the guy you did shows with on Pi Radio on Manchester United. Oh, you're talking about JV. Shout out to my guy JV, who ironically I started the Man United podcast with. And shout out Stroke as well. I miss that show so much. I really do. I miss that show. Right, let's see what else you like. You like even got any questions in for me? But yeah, I'll start with the Diogo Costa news because I woke up and seeing Sky Cover. I know that's his Twitter name. And he was just talking, and it was United View. Shout out to Flex KG, the whole United View gang. And he was talking about there's just hella clips. You know what I'm saying, talking about Diogo Costa, talking about Harry Kane, talking about Hodgland, the ownership, Kim Min-jae. I was like, all right, this is all well and good. This is great news. In regards to Diogo Costa, I've not watched him outside of the World Cup, so I can't sit here and say he's this, he's that. One thing I do say is though, you're saying you're the amount of YouTube footballers bang average for pretty much so, yeah. But that being said, other YouTubers will lie. One thing about me, whether you agree or disagree with me, I'm honest. I'm not gonna lie and be like, yo, I'm a sublime footballer. You lot might watch me and go, yo, Flawless, you're below average, you're terrible. Someone might say you're below average. Someone might say I'm average. Someone might say I'm good. Someone might say I'm cold. Cool. But yeah, in regards to Diogo Costa, I'm not gonna sit here and lie and say I know about him. However, I'm just happy we linked with a goalkeeper. So whether it's him, I heard rumors when I was on the fan calling show that because of what's happened with AC Milan and Paolo Maldini and somebody else being sacked, that Man Young and I think it was Theo Hernandez are looking to hand in a transfer request. If Man Young hands in a transfer request, Manchester United need to be all over that. I'm just at the point where I'm like, bring me a goalkeeper. That's where I'm at with it. I'm saying, bring me a goalkeeper, whether I know him or I don't know him. I don't care if he's from the Premier League, one of the top 5 leagues in Europe. I don't care if he's a complete unknown. Bring me a goalkeeper who does the modern day things. Of course, you want him to shot stop. That goes without saying. That's like wanting your striker to score goals, but we need much more now. We need a goalkeeper who's commanding, comes for corners, comes for crosses, sweeper keeps, can distribute the ball as well. That's one thing I do like about Diogo Costa. So if we were to sign him, cool, I'm backing the manager with that. I'm fully backing the manager. So the fact that we've been linked with a goalkeeper for the number 1 shirt so heavily, I like. Would I prefer De Gea to leave? Absolutely, I would prefer De Gea to leave. However, if we bring in someone and he has to fight for the number 1 shirt, that's the best case scenario. Because worst case scenario is De Gea staying. Because that's right down the spine of our team. And that's what I like about the reports. I was going to say yesterday, technically. We've been linked with a goalkeeper, centre-back, which is Kim Min-jae. Midfielder, we got linked with Casado today. And the striker in department in terms of reports have already said we're looking at a more senior striker and a younger striker. That's right down the spine. That's what I've been banging on about the longest. Our spine needs to be improved. It's very, very important. And a goalkeeper, another centre-back, even though I like our centre-back options, a midfielder and a striker fix that. Even though I'm not a fan of Bruno, if you get a Casado, you get a Kim Min-jae, you get a new goalkeeper, and you get, just for example, a Harry Kane, all of a sudden the spine of our team looks so much better. Yes, I'm not a big fan of Bruno. Yes, I think we need improvements on our fullback areas, but it's a start. The same way this last window was a start, bringing in Martinez, Casemiro, Eriksen, Anthony, Malacia. I can see all five of those players are going to play a part in this coming season. and they played a part in Manchester United having a successful season, just gone. Let me see what you lot are saying as well. Let's see this. Let's see. Jesse, I'll get to that in regards to what's it called? McAllister, I will. Managers running bants, that grit. We got plenty of players with grit. Fred brings grit. Big up Flawless as well, my brother. Big up our waist. Yeah, man. Credit to you. Most would blag their ability. I'm not gonna blag my ability. I won't do that. And then you lot watch me. And then be like, why is this guy lying? Yes, I'm a bang average footballer. Jesse says the player links worry me that we only signed 4 to 5 players in the summer for United. If we sign 5 players, I have no issue with that. If it's a goalkeeper, a centre back, let's say it's a goalkeeper, centre back, midfielder, and 2 strikers, that's a 5. Do I want more? Yes, but that's a great 5. To add to the 5 we signed in the last summer, all of a sudden the team's starting to come together. And then if you couple that with the summer transfer window after, and you go, all right, say we get another 5, that's now 15. Now this is Ten Hag's team, and we can start. And it should be of quality if the signings hit, which I do like. Let's see what else it's saying. Is it Ravante? I don't want to butcher your name, but he says it's kind of messed up. Flawless. McAllister is going for less than Mount allegedly. That's crazy. That's crazy. Joshua says that was a great Battle of the North show. Flawless also big up. Yeah, man. I'm glad you lot enjoy Battle of the North. You know what I'm saying? Big up to Matisse for putting it together. Big up Daps, big up Hassam as well. They're my guys. Like, it may get heated. You know what I'm saying? We'll start debating, but they're all my guys, and it's never anything personal. I am never in it. I will never ever beef another footballer YouTuber. You'll never see me going personal and stuff. Jesse says, Fred been linked to Fulham. Hey, if Fulham want him, sell him. If we can get Paulino, even better. But if we can move on Fred, it's time to move on these players who are not good enough. Saint should be here shortly. He's just having technical difficulties. That's all it is. But Saint will be here shortly. He will be here because he was here just before. United finna panic by come August. I'm calling it. One thing I will say is, though, it's the start of June, and look how many players we've been linked with already, and it's been like genuine interest or bids, like the Kim Min Jae, for example, the Hodgland, for example. Like, I like that. The interest in Casado, the goalkeeping situation. I like that. I do like that. Grey Soul says, do you think we spent more than 250 million this summer? How much did we spend last summer? Let me know, and then I'll be able to respond to that. Yimika says the way Donny van der Beek is going out is sad. Yeah, it is, but we move. Jesse says, literally, I've been watching the YouTube football channels for the transfer news. Hey, man, content creators, we trying to create that content for you lot. We are trying to go that route. Now over 75 of you lot in the building. Only at 34 likes. Let's get up to 50 likes. Like check 1212. I know you're enjoying the content. Hit that like button, people. Let's bump up them likes and hit the subscribe button as well. Not sure how many subscribers we're on, but I know it's not enough as well. Oh, shout out my guy Lewis. I'm just seeing his live. That's on the N'Golo Kante news. So shout out Lewis every single time. Would I pay 90 million for Casado? Depends on the. No, I wouldn't. As much as he improves us, no, I wouldn't. Max, I'd go 70. Max. I'm not going above 70 is my limit for everybody. I don't think any player is worth 80, 90, 100 million. Any player on the planet. Apart from Kylian Mbappe, I don't think any player on the planet is worth that amount. That's just to me. If I'm buying you for 90 million, I'm expecting 90 million pound worth of return. What is 90 million pound worth of return is Premier League, Champions League. I think Casado is the player. I think he can play a major part in us winning one of those trophies. Yeah, but you're not the be all and end all. You're not a needle mover like that. So no, I wouldn't pay 90 million for Casado personally. No, I wouldn't. Not watch Thuram like that, so I can't even answer how do you rate Thuram Floor. I've not watched him. It sounds good, like in terms of his profile, though. Jesse says, would you overpay for Kane? I wouldn't sign Kane at all. And people hear that and go, yo, how could you not sign Kane? He's one of the best strikers in Europe, one of the best strikers in the league, world class. All those things are true, people. All of those things are true. World class, one of the best strikers in the league, one of the best strikers in Europe, would score goals, would get assists, would improve the first 11, would be a great foil for other attackers. But I need you, again, back to the Casado thing. I need Kane to be a needle mover. I don't think he's a needle mover for the prices they're talking. And plus, add on top of that, say all the time, athlete's game. His lack of pace and power is a real concern for mine. The lack of mobility and athleticism is a real big concern. I don't want a non-athletic striker. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want a non-athletic striker. I don't. It just gives me it's Sancho all over again in terms of, obviously Sancho plays wing, but I'm just not with these non-athletic either wide players or forwards. I'm not really with it. I'm really not. Let's see what else. He says, oh, you're talking to the chat. All right, Jesse, you chat to the chat. Let's see. What do you say? Months having PTSD from Fabrizio Romano, personal terms agreed with Jude to Liverpool. Did Fabrizio Romano actually tweet that? You know what I'm saying? Oh shit. My bad Saint. I'll check it now. Big up Saint in a cut every single time. What is this? Is it block? I'll have to 1 sec. Hold up. Oh yeah, got you, fam. Hold up. See this, people. You seen how stuff's working online? Is this it? Yeah, Saint, just send that over to you, fam. What do I think of Sesko? Same, more so like his profile looks good, but I've not watched him. And you lot are going to hear me say that a lot because I don't really be watching too much outside of the Premier League. As you lot can see, I be streaming a lot. I watch a lot of Manchester United a lot. I just don't have the time. I would love to be able to sit down and watch other leagues, but I really can't. Like outside the Champions League, I don't really get to watch leagues like that. I really don't. Would I take Nkunku at Manchester United? Never watched him. At all. Hey, you lot continue to bump up these likes, man. What are we doing? Let's continue to bump up these likes. Where are we at? Let me see. Don't worry, man. We're going to get Saints' thoughts on McAllister. You lot linked with Charam. You lot linked with Kone as well. In terms, when I say you lot, I'm talking about Liverpool fans. Flawless, would you keep an eye on who will be United's first opponent on the schedule next Thursday? Wait, is the fixture list out next Thursday? Is it? As soon as the fixture list is out, yeah, I'm going to watch it 100%. I mean, of course, I'm going to take a look. Without doubt. What do you think of Nunez before we signed him? Did you rate him or want him? I'm leaning you didn't rate him, but curious. Again, didn't know. I'd only heard of him when we got linked with him. Like I said, I don't be watching. I'm not going to lie and be like, yeah, I watch the Portuguese league. I don't watch the Portuguese league. And like I said, if they're not in the Champions League with like an English group or with like a Real Madrid or a PSG, chances are I'm not going to receive you. But Nunez, for all his deficiencies, I see why Klopp signed him. However, do I believe he's of the level of where Liverpool want to go? No. But you see it because he's pace and power, he's going to get goals. I said United versus Liverpool at Anfield opening day would be great. You know what? It would be. Get that fixture out of the way. 100%. Thoughts on Manchester United, Mount to United, 70 million. Terrible idea all around. Why Manchester United are doing it, I don't know. It's just bad business. I see no benefit, no positive to that situation whatsoever. Reminds me of the Ronaldo signing where I see no positives, no benefits. You know what I'm saying? But welcome, man, to the stream. My like Saint is in the building. Yes, Saint, what are you telling me, family?
Hey, you know what? It was my fault. I messed up one of the numbers still. It was JPC. I put JCP. I was like, oh, my bad. Like, it was not letting me in, bro. I was like, what's going on? Like, oh, my bad. You know exactly what I'm talking about, so innit? You know exactly.
I've been there, fam. I've been there, yo. When I've been copying StreamYard links from my phone to the laptop, and I'm like, yo, why is this not working? And it's the wrong letter. Oh, it's a capital letter, and I'm doing it lowercase. Yeah.
Bro,
been there.
Oh, myth, bro.
Been there, fam. 100%, man. 100%.
Well, I've got people's then. What we saying? What's good?
Fam, but we'll go to you. Your club's been busy. You know what I'm saying? Doing business and doing good business by the seams of it. McAllister, fam. Your thoughts on it and how much does he improve Liverpool? Is he froze? Yeah, he's froze. It's not me, is it? Yeah, he's froze on his end. Don't worry, he'll be back. He was having technical difficulties before. He should be back, people. Yeah. Let me know if it's me, you lot in the chat. Hold on, let me double check. Yeah, I'm still moving, so it's him. Yeah, he's froze. He'll be back. Yeah, he's froze. Yeah. He'll be back. That being said, you lot continue to bump up the likes. Only at 44, over 80 of you lot in the building. So let's share this across the socials. Get over 100 people in here first and foremost. Let's do that. Secondly, let's get up to 60 likes, people. Hit that like button, like check. 1212. Continue to get your questions in. Keep a Manchester United or Liverpool related. I will start the questions, Liverpool questions for Saint. You got any Liverpool questions for me? That's absolutely fine. Same with Manchester United questions as well, people. I said McAllister was that good. He froze him up. Yeah, but like I say, I'm annoyed. Like I see Liverpool like revamping their whole midfield, and it makes me look at Manchester United and go, "This can be done." We need two. They need 3 midfielders. We need 2. It's looking like they're gonna go get all 3 because they've signed McAllister. They're linked with Kane and they're linked with Thuram. I don't know about Kane and Thuram in terms of either of them being a 6, but this whole myth that you can't go and get everything you need in one window is a lie. I hate when people say that. Like that and no value in the market is complete nonsense because Liverpool are showing you can. Manchester United really wanted to go get an upgrade on Eriksen and go get an upgrade on Bruno. We could do that. Could easily go and do that and get a backup to Casemiro. We could easily go. We need 3 Sancho midfielders, and we could easily go and do that comfortably. Then all of a sudden, the team looks different. Same with centre back signing Kim Min-jae. You got Varane, potentially Kim Min-jae, Martinez, Shaw. That's a good quartet. If you got Lindelof as the 5, cool. Or if you want to move on Lindelof, also cool. So these things can all be done. It's like signing it, coming out and say people say, "Oh, there's no strikers in the transfer market." Nonsense. That's why Manchester United, the reports have came out and stated United are looking at a senior striker and a younger striker. So there is. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Emma, you're saying we have the Glazers as owners, so no, we cannot do that. Yeah. When I'm saying that, I'm not talking about the Glazers not being able to do it. That's the whole. It's when people say it can't be done. We all know the Glazers are how the Glazers are. You know what I'm saying? Just money grabbing pricks. Like we know this. However, my point is it can be done. Like no value in the market, it can be done. It can be done under the Glazers, actually. I tell a lie. Of course it can. You can go get cheaper players. You don't have to go spend 60, 70, 80, 90 million. 100%. You can go look at Garnacho, for example. How much did Garnacho cost? 500K? Are you telling me you can't go find 2 midfielders who are, let's say, a little bit more expensive than that? One's 5 million, one's 2 million to just fill in and do a job. Of course you can. Of course you can. 110%. Maddison's now a championship player. You can go and get Maddison. And you'd be negotiating from a position of power. Plus, Leicester need to get him off their books because of the money. Lavia is now a championship player. To me, you could go get Maddison and Lavia for a combined fee of 70 million. Combined, 110% you could. That's cheap. That's Juan Casado to get a Lavia and a Maddison. And then you just go get a cheap alternative in terms of midfield. When I say a cheap alternative, it doesn't mean lacking in quality. You can go get a quality midfielder. Like I keep using Garnacho as an example. Garnacho costs 500K. There's value in the market. You just have to look. You just have to look. That's all it is. And you will find it. Flawless thoughts on Anthony so far. I've seen enough where I'm like, okay, I'll give you the second season, but I need to see much more. First and foremost, availability. He didn't play enough matches. I think he played 25 league games. That's not enough. But in terms of his attributes and on the pitch, I like him offensively. I like him defensively, but I need to see improvements on the ball going forward. I need to see more variation in his game. I need to see more goals. I need to see more assists. Even though he did pull up with a couple big goals, a few big goals this season, because he scored the winner against Barcelona. He scored the goal against Betis to make it 2-1 when that game was 50-50. He scored the goal against Arsenal as well. So, yeah, man, I'm with it. Flawless, do you think it's a mistake if we don't sign a 6? I think that relying on Fabinho and a young Bajcetic will be a mistake from Klopp. Absolutely. You need to go and sign a 6. 110%. You need a whole new midfield. You need a whole new midfield, without doubt. Jesse says, would you take Bella Kotchap? If we weren't to sign Kim Min-jae, yes. I mentioned Bella Kotchap. Again, profile. I've watched him a few times and I'm like, I like your profile. You're young enough to improve. Why not? You've played in the Premier League. So, yeah, if, say, the Kim Min-jae deal for whatever reason fell through and United went and signed Bella Kotchap, I'd be like, all right, cool. Hopefully, Saint is now back in the building. Yes, Saint.
Yo, mad thing. Sorry, I was having some mad Wi-Fi issues, man. My thing in Bless. Imagine this, yeah? My thing's in Bless, yeah? I ring up BT. I'm like, yo, like, for something else or whatever. And the woman's like, oh, yeah, like, you know, you got these discs, like, in your yard. I said, yeah, they boost up the internet thing. She's like, yeah. She say, like, they ain't been disconnected for 6 months. I was like, oh, swear down. It's like, yeah, you gotta like disconnect them every like 2 months, every like twice a month kind of thing, just to make sure the thing's like working. And you get me? I'm like, oh, swear down. Like, okay. So man's done the thing. My thing's higgy, bro. Like, she should have just left my thing calm, like that. I'm running around trying to set this. Bro, I think I'm live now. I think we're live. We're good to go. I'm sorry.
You can hear you in that,
Apologies,
fam.
them, like,
it's all good. You're in the building.
Right, cool.
McAllister, fam. It seems your club is moving well. McAllister, happy about it. How much does he improve you? Obviously, we'll get to the Thuram links and the Kone links as well. But yeah, go on, fam.
My club is supposedly. I'm happy with the links. Obviously, first of all, obviously, like I've done said this. Like I rate McAllister, and I think that he's a good addition to what Klopp wants to be doing. In that, my club is a big club, or supposedly a big club. I am not a big person. I'm just any guy. Get me? And I said this. I've been saying this from time. Said this on this show months ago. Like it just doesn't. Like I'm glad that they're doing it, but it's just like, all right, mate. The ones there like taking long enough, kind of thing. Like man, like top Reds, like oh my god, this McAllister deal. It makes more sense than Jude Bellingham deal. All right, like okay, cool, innit? Like
it leaves you more money. It does leave you more money in the pot, though. It leaves you more money in the pot because it's saying like 38
but we knew this from before the World Cup started. What was going on? Why did we need to? I have no problem. My days, yo, my back. Yeah.
You're back.
I have no problem with. I think better not be messing up, man. I have no problem with the links, obviously. Like, I'm cool. It's just the time it took. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, we could have got McAllister before he was a World Cup winner, bro.
True that.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like, if we were on job, do you know what I'm saying? So it just seems very reactionary, innit? But yeah, like 100%. Ravi saying, how does McAllister improve playing with these current players? It depends who he gets alongside them. It's very hard to answer that question knowing what other additions are going to come alongside McAllister at the moment. We know that there's going to be at least 3 outgoings with Milner, Ox, and Milner, Ox, and who's the other midfielder?
What you getting rid of?
Yes, that Kato.
Yeah.
So forgettable, man. Clearly forgot him. Yeah, do you know what I mean? So there's 3 men that we know are going. So it just depends on who else we get in before I can then say how they might blend and work well with each other. Do you see what I'm saying? So
yeah. No, that's fair. And thoughts on, like I say, Thuram, you've been linked with, I'm saying, I'm not sure how much you know about him, but yeah, Thuram, you've been linked with.
I like
Ram,
Thuram links.
To yesterday, and he was waxing lyrical about him. Even last week as well. Shout out to Ram.
No, yeah, Ram been shouting the I like Thuram as well. Not gonna lie, I really like Thuram. I think Thuram's would be a sturdy. I don't know too much about him. I'm gonna be honest with you, but the little I do know from what the type of profiles in which I think we're looking for, I think he's it's a good acquisition still.
Yeah, man, you seem to be doing the business, man. That's a bang. If you, man, obviously you got the McAllister deal over the line. If you do go get Thuram and you get Kone, that's a whole new midfield.
I'm not. Like, yeah, of course it is. Like, and this is what I said to you. I said this. How long ago did I say this to you as well? Like, bro, we should have been doing this from time. This Bellingham, all this Bellingham talk was just a waste. It was pissing me off, bro. It was a joke, innit? But I'm gonna be honest with you. And it's funny because he's one of the band them that I've been on. I've been on Kone. I'm not too sure about Kone now, you know.
Well, why are you not too sure about Kone? What happened? What's changed?
Yeah, man's injury record looking a bit.
His injury record
looking a bit fugazi. Like, you know what I mean? There, like you're coming into a team that is quite. Do you know what I mean? We're quite physical in terms of our running and all of that. So I'm a bit like, so 2019-20 season, back bruise, missed 18 days. 19-20 season, leg injury, missed 18 days. 19-20 arch pain, 4 days. 1920 heel pain, 3 days. That just sounds like
what's an arch pain?
What's an arch pain? What's a heel pain?
Nah, heel. Is that heel? That's the foot, right? Heel.
Yeah, but that's like one of them things like where you see them gal there with like plasters on the back of their heel and that. Like, what is that? Like you missing 4 days for that? Like, what's going on? 2001,
I don't know, but go on, carry on.
2001, 2002 medical collateral ligament injury, 63 days. 22-23 season knock, 35 days. 22-23 season bruise, 3 days. Thigh muscle strain, 6 days. Muscular problems, 9 days. So all this season.
Yeah, that's not ideal still. The niggling injuries. I hear that. But maybe you could deal with it and sort it out.
Maybe. Smells of ox. You know that was there. I don't know that. But the type of player I like Kone, man. Like I really like I like Kone, so we'll see.
Yeah, because it seems we will see, because Jez mentioned it here in regards to Thuram, because he's been talking about Thuram. He says, what I like about Liverpool links to Thuram and Kone is they are all great athletes, strong physically, versatile, and have great technical ability. McAllister can take over with the passing ability. I don't like the fact that you lot seem to be doing good business, so I'm not going to lie. I don't like this.
It's about damn time, bro.
Nah,
we've been doing some woeful business for a whole minute.
Man.
And let's be honest, like, let's Seckle and C's relax. Yeah. Because man like me have seen man like what's his name, bro?
Who?
What's that midfielder?
Talk about Chouameni.
I saw him in a Liverpool top, bro. Like I saw him. No, way before. Oh my god, who? Oh, he's gone into the mist now as well. Place like Real Sociedad. Who was my
midfielder?
Man?
Yes.
Let us know in the chat, please. Yes, let us know. First person, bro. Fakir. Hey, Ravandai FC, my G. I've been balling. You can tell that. Like, I'm not really, like it's not coming to Fakir, bro. Because he knows exactly what man knows. But man saw him in the thing and man still didn't cop him. So be easy. You know what I'm saying? Relax about all the business we're doing. The links that we're doing.
Yeah, it's the links. Nice, I don't like the links. You know what I'm saying?
I said Sociedad. I thought Betis, that's it. Betis. Yeah. I knew one of them.
I don't like the links, man. It seems that you are trying to actually
links are calm, bro. Links are cool, bro.
It's not. I don't like it. I need you to link to nobody. You know what I'm saying?
When man's signed the thing, then we can get it. Like then I can talk on it. But like, what's going on with McAllister's? Like, McAllister's doing a medical. All these times, man, where's his medical done? What's going on? Just drag it, brother. I'm not.
Now he's done. Is the deal not done? I swear the deal's been done.
It's not done, bro. No, it is not done, bro. Lingering like BO, bro. It's not done, rude boy. Just be easy. This is still our club that I'm talking about. I know my club.
It was done. Somebody told me yesterday was like, because I had
done.
The title. It was like,
because you heard because of one Fabrizio Romano said, "Here we go." That's it. But the deal ain't done, bro. That ain't done.
Is it not? I legit thought it was. I was doing his medical today. It'll be done tomorrow. Yeah, cause I seen pictures of him walking in.
I heard all of this, like medical soon is coming today, and then this. Brother, like, let me, bro, again, big up my man, Nabil Fakir. You man, bro, how did you not get that one? How? I saw man holding up the shirt. I said, this is it, fam. I've just learned to just get me.
Nah, you lot can't not sign McAllister because there's not even anybody else in for him currently. You know, it's not like there's somebody else who was in for him and it was a battle to get him. But you just not with it. Yeah, because like just saying he's signing his contract and supposed to do the medical today. I swear I seen it. I didn't watch the video, but I swear I seen
I suppose allegedly. You know, like that. Okay. It's our club, bro. You have to put allegedly, bro. until you see it, yeah. Then you get me. Then you know anyone that's all the real Liverpool fans know what I'm talking about. They're like, yeah, he's right, still like you're like, brother, fam.
All right, first, maybe I stand corrected because Jez is saying here Fabrizio gives here we goes, but that doesn't mean it still can't happen. He said, "Here we go to Danjuma to Everton, and we snatched him up last second." And as he didn't hand in the documents, so talking about obviously Jez is a Spurs fan talking about that. So yeah, I thought, like I said, I thought this deal was done. I thought this was sewn up and everything was patterned. Like 110%. And to Jules G, yeah, man, it's late in the UK, but we go live obviously earlier on in the afternoon for UK times, and then for the late heads in the UK and people who are in different time zones as well. That being said, over 100 of you lot in the building right now. Big up. Let's bump up them likes though. You know what I'm saying? We got over 100. Let's get up to 70 likes. Only at 58 likes. And subscribe to the channel if you are indeed new. It is rolled to 7K people. So hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell as well. Make sure you do that. Yeah, because we're one short of 6,665. We're one short. Hit the subscribe button. But yeah, it seems that way. But let's say you do get McAllister as well. And Ravi said it here. If you do get Kone and Thuram, that is Henderson and Fabinho on the bench. Do you think that will happen? You think he'll run with those three?
I would like to hope so. I would very much like to hope so, my G. Henderson needs to exit stage. Like, to be very honest with you, like, I don't know why there is that of Henderson and Fabinho. If my manager was showing me that he's more on the type of vibe that I need him to have been on for some time and is starting, he would get rid of one or the other. There is no need for both of them. Do you get it? Like, there isn't. Like, we've already, do you see what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't know, man. Like, Klopp don't like playing with new toys. Like, do you know them ones there? Like, sometimes he's a bit, I don't know. I would very much hope so. What I would like is, like I said, one of Henderson or Fabinho, preferably the former, leave ASAP. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, it seems like you're saying move them on, not even in the squad.
Yeah. Now move them. Like, bro, you can't have. For me, it doesn't make sense to have both Fabinho and Henderson, and then have Kone, and have Besetic as well. How? Yes. What does that mean? I don't get it.
I hear what you're saying in that. I get what you're saying.
Henderson off the bench is woeful, bro. Henderson off the bench is shocking, bro. Like, like Bobby off the bench is just patterned, bro. You're like, yo, Henderson off the bench is like, like, oh, why did you waste this sub, bro? Like, so what's the point?
Yeah, what's the point? Henderson off the I get what you're saying.
At least Flacco off the bench, you can, like, cool. That's why I'm not just being dark, like, but it makes more sense to have Flacco, to get it, like, could come and do the FA Cup games and that, and like the Besetic could learn off him and all of that. Henderson is done at it, bro. Like, done at it. So
Philip says McAllister will improve our midfield, but not anywhere enough. That's why we still need two more, in my opinion, as well as the centre back and the right back. But I'm not expecting all we need. Although if we just saw the midfield, I'm good. So yeah, say you were to sign, how would you rate that? Let's say you do sign just the 3 central midfielders and you don't get anything else. How would you feel about that window?
The 3 central midfielders?
Yeah.
7 out of 10. It's a start, isn't it? Like, but there's holes in our team that need addressing. Do you know what I mean? Like he says, is centre back, bro. Like, our defense, the amount of goals that we've leaked, we can't end this summer and not have dealt with our defense. That's outrageous. That would really show me that these men are so dumb. They did exactly what they did to the midfield, and they're doing it to, like that, just like, until it gets so bad, and we have to fix this now, and and then they'll come back to you a year later and be like, Flawless, I was saying this fucking time ago. Like,
you're saying this a year,
like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, they'll go and get the 3 central midfielders and be like, we did it. Like, bruv.
What about the defense?
I swear down, and they'll leave it. And then, do you know what I mean? And then we'll get next season, and then they'll be like, oh, mate, like, I'm hoping not in it. I'm hoping that's not the case anyway. So do you get it? Like,
because you've got Van Dijk, Konate, Gomez, and I'm missing someone. There's someone else. Matip. That's the four. That's your four
Matip,
current
yeah,
right now.
Matip needs to go. Matip is not cut out for the Premier League at the standard in which we're hoping to get back to. Like that's that he needs to cut. Gomez, you need to do something with him because he needs to cut. He can't play centre back, bro. He's washed. Like, do you know what I mean?
Back up right back.
That's maybe. But to be very honest with you, you need to secure right back because whatever the hell it is that you're doing with Trent, he can't be. He don't want to play right back, B. Right, you know them ones there, and like whatever the case is, he can't be got this position in an absolute stronghold. Like, brother, go and get yourself an actual right back and use, you know what I mean? Use Trent as the utility that you want to use him as. Like, we need to address it. Like, Klopp shook, bro. Klopp's only just had Trent. It's like, this is what it looks like. Like, he shook. Like, I just don't really know what to like. Who do I put in there? Like, well, go get someone, man. Like, you know, like that. Like, come on, man. We need a right winger, bro. We need a right winger, bro.
You definitely need a backup right winger, 100%.
Bro,
definitely.
We need someone who could actually challenge Salah, like, and bring us something else. There's just so much, bro.
No, 100%. Hey, big on my guy Rhino every single time as well. He says, big up as always. Liverpool are still super smooth with transfers in general. We need a competent DOF at Manchester United. We do need a DOF, Rhino. We definitely.
When?
It is. I think he's just talking links, and I hear that. I'd love to be linked to 3 midfielders of that quality. Give us those 3. If you don't want them links, put
what's
them on
the
my
fucking point? If at the end of the fucking, you are linked to them, man. You're linked to everyone. It's just not strong links. It's just, you know,
give me strong
you're linked. There's not one player in
it's
Europe that Man United are not linked to, bro.
That's
it's
facts.
just not.
That's facts.
Wow,
that's facts. Yeah,
it's Real Madrid, Barcelona, Man United. Like, you're just linked to everyone. It's just not strong links, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
And I don't care about strong links, man.
I care about
at the end of the day, bro, if you don't end up sight, bro, the strongest link, bro, some light-skinned you, bro, played in Germany, the strongest link. That link was strong, bro.
Yeah,
what happened, bro? What happened, bro? What's the point, bro?
Yeah,
what's the point, bro?
Because we don't even get that anymore.
Summers before, it was the other light-skinned youth from the French youth that was like, oh, like now LeBron is like, joy, we're getting back, bro. Fuck these links,
bro. I remember the Mbappe thing. I do.
Fuck these links, bro. Bring me just the actual thing. Do you get me? Like, then we can chat, bro. Links are dead, bro. Wash.
Like, I'm just like, yo, I just love to have strong links to multiple midfielders. Like, we do get linked to everyone. As a Manchester United fan, I know that 110%. But like, the strong links ain't there. It's a good question from Stephanie G, though. Says, both, if you had a chance to take 2 players from each of his teams to improve yours, who would you take? For me, he's Trent and Salah. I'm taking Trent and Salah. To improve Manchester United's team, 110%. Trent and Salah, without doubt. Trent and Salah, yeah.
Martinez and Casemiro.
Yeah, makes sense. But 110%. Do you think you sign a centre back though, or do you think you just like don't even go?
Told you what we do, bro. We keep running the big man into the ground until there's no cartilage left in man's knees, bro. And then we start. Maybe.
Yeah.
Like, I really want to be. I'm saying these things so outlandishly because I really want to be wrong. Like, oh, bro, but I see it, bro. Like, I just don't think.
Big on my guy Sid every single time as well. Larger
Come
Sid.
on, big on yourself.
What you are saying as well. Yemika says flawless thoughts on Amad Diallo. I like Diallo. I was a fan of his when he was here and he played the few games that he did. I watched him and I was like, oh yeah, there's something there. There's a talent. I haven't watched him on loan at Sunderland. Obviously, I know he's done well there, helped them get to the playoffs, and we need him because people are talking about, oh, United should loan him back out. In an ideal world, yes, but similar to what Saint is talking about, Liverpool needing another right winger to back up Salah. We need backup to Anthony. We don't have one. We don't have one of that profile. Go get me another left-footed right winger. He can also play 10 as well. And like I said, when I've seen him play for us, I like him a lot. So I'm like, yeah, but definitely, I want to see him in the first team and competing for Anthony for that position at the right-hand side. We're in 4 competitions, so he's going to get plenty of game time. A little bit, well, there'll be plenty of opportunity for game time. So I'm with it. And Warrior J, big up as always, says Nottingham Forest down in advanced talks to sign Dean Henderson on a permanent deal. Terms almost agreed also on the player side, and that's from Fabrizio Romano. Cool, I'm with that. Raise some funds. You got a lot of players to get rid of. So if we starting with Dean Henderson, cool. Get transfer fee for him. Get his wages off the wage budget. Cool with that, because we need a goalkeeper anyway. So him, if we move on to Hale, use that combined, you know what I'm saying, to get us a new goalkeeper. So yeah, I'm all for that. Henderson moving on. That's good business. If we can get anything 10, 15, 20 million, I'm with it. Anything like that. And you lot keep asking as well in regards to the Anthony situation. I said this at the start as well. I got to wait for more information to come out on it. All the evidence hasn't come out. All it says is reports. So I don't know, so I can't really comment on it. But obviously, once evidence comes out and that situation moves on, you lot know how to talk about it. Same with the Greenwood situation. Waited until the news came out with that and there was further information. But yeah, with Anthony, I can't comment because there's nothing concrete. So we don't know what's going on. Let's see what else you lot are saying. Yeah. Diallo does need to work on his physicality, but he's young. He does. He definitely needs to work on his physicality, but I think he'll be fine. And working on that is one thing I do like though. He has great balance and he's agile, so that is a good foil for not being physical. That's what made the likes of a David Silva, Juan Mata, Bernardo Silva. That's what made them. Eden Hazard, even though their man was strong and he needs to get stronger. Having a low center of gravity and being agile helps, and that's what he does have because his technique is on point as well. I'm a big fan. And I said, we ain't doing this, you know what I'm saying, about please fund our move for Casado by buying Mount. Absolutely, it's a terrible idea. Fucking terrible idea. Mason Mount. I can't believe it. I'm saying, and they want 70 million, the cheek of it. They want 70 M's.
Mad thing. He won't go, he'll go for about 50 still. He should.
No, the fact that we pay 50 is ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? The fact is ridiculous. Harvey says, flawless thoughts on how Ten Hag gets the best out of Sancho. If you're going to get the best out of him, you have to play him central. You can't play him out wide. You can't play him left. You can't play him right. You have to play him as a 10 or as a false 9. But I think it's just time for him to move on.
Play him right back, bro.
It's just time for him to move on. Hey, you don't need a right back.
Right back in Germany, rude boy. That's where you should play him, fam.
Like, he's just not it, unfortunately, man. He's just not it. Saint, what's your thoughts on the Carvalho situation? I know you touched on this a couple of weeks ago, but obviously certain people weren't here.
Sad, man. Sad warrior, man. Like, they got my guy, man. Don't know why he was done so dirty like that, because I really like Carvalho. I don't quite think he's ready, but I like him, man. I just don't understand what the whole thing was like. We went and did all of that from Fulham, and we just didn't really give him the chance, really, that I thought that he deserved, playing him on the left. Like, but how many games did he actually ever play as a 10 where he played for Fulham and excelled? Crazy, bro. It's all of this like round hole square peg shit. So I feel for him, man. Who was it that put this £12 million bid for him?
Don't know. It's no in the chat.
Someone just put £12 million bid in for him, innit? And we refused it, and I get it. I understand that, because like obviously I think it was 7 million we ended up getting him for, and then like there's buy-on clause as well with Fulham, so they'll get some of that piece. Then his wages, I think we don't really make a lot from that, but it just doesn't even make any sense. It's like Leipzig. I think it is Leipzig still. So I understood why they rejected it, but like for the treatment which you showed him, how much are you really looking to get from? Do you know them ones there? I think that's why they're looking to loan him still. They're looking to loan him, or looking for like a buyback clause, something like that. Maybe he's got plans for him, because I do like him. I do think he's good, but yeah, I think he got done a bit dirty still.
Yeah, that's fair, yeah, because I don't understand. You lot don't play with a 10, and then you went and signed a 10. That makes
not even sense. Signed for a 10. Did big things, you know, like went back. Fulham said no, went back, like, you know, then increased the bid, like there was the whole thing about it, like. Yeah. Why you do all of that to then play him left wing? Mad.
Big up Josie says, big up flawless, bro. You want to know something crazy? Sancho has better numbers compared to the wingers in the top 5 leagues than Rashford aside from goals and shots. Yeah, this is all well and good, but he's just not it, man. And I like Sancho. I'm saying, like, I'm a fan of Sancho. I think he's talented, no doubt about it. But I've said it before, I say it again, man. He's just wrong player, wrong league. You know what I'm saying? at the wrong time, wrong team. Like it's just the wrong everything for him. Wrong era. Like it's just not like it. I say all the time, it's an athlete's game. It's pace and power, in particular in the Premier League. When you look at the wingers that are successful here, and the pro number 9s in that as well, they all have that in common. Yes, they also have technical ability, IQ, all that stuff. They'll have technical attributes, they'll have mental attributes. That's all well and good. But if you can't just run up and down, it's a wrap. When I went to Old Trafford and I watched the Chelsea game, it was just eye opening. It was like I've said before, people, where I was sat, I was just off the halfway line and I was high up. So I can see the whole pitch. And there's times where Sancho's picked up the ball and the crowd's wanting to just kick it into space and run. I can't get on him for that because that's not Sancho's game. And then one happened with Rashford in the same game, and you see the difference when Gallagher tried to foul him and he fell over, and United created a chance out of that. Which is difference that is night and day between when Sancho was on the pitch and then when Rashford came on early and then Garnacho came on late. Like it's just night and day. That's why we're seeing Garnacho have the impact he is. Even Nunez, for all his deficiencies, that's why he'll get goals. You see it. Just because you're direct on pace and power and a willing runner. Like I said at the start, do I think he's good enough for where Liverpool are trying to go? No. But that's the profile you need to have. This is why I like Hodgland. Never watched him. A man is saying he's pace and power 6'3". Technically decent. Yeah. Like Jess said, get your ass on a plane. What we doing? That's why I always ask for profiles, people. Yeah, and the thing is here today, Sancho just lacks the intensity to compensate for the lack of pace. It's not even the intensity because I don't think he's slow. He's quick. He's just not quick enough. Like he can shift. He's not slow by any means.
And he's just and he's not. Yeah, but he is right though. Like in terms of the intensity off the ball, he's dead food. Like the ones there. It's like you don't offer anything. Like it's mad.
And to see one who says Grealish don't have PMP, but he has been successful. Yeah, there's exception. One, there's exceptions to every rule. Two, he's in that Manchester City team. If you put Grealish in Manchester United, he looks like Sancho. To me, he's not like, and when I say that, I'm talking about like at the highest level. Yeah, he did his business at Aston Villa, but the levels of expectation at Aston Villa is different. And bear in mind, Grealish only started to do that from halfway point. Because last season, he was being called out. At the start of this season, when City was struggling, it was, City worse with Haaland, and Grealish was included in that. So, but yeah, there is exceptions to the rule, and City's elite system is there. If you put Sancho in City's team, of course he performed better. Do I think he performs to have a high level? No. Or does he perform better? Yes. Same way if you take João Felix, C1, prime example, and put him in that City team, he performs better than 4 goals in 20 matches. And no assists. Just because, again, exceptions to the rule. But I wouldn't have Grealish. I wouldn't want Grealish at United. Maybe I'll say that. And Grealish is a bit more direct. That is one thing. He is a little bit more direct.
The man said Sancho plays football like a futsal player. It's true. Still, he does. It's mad.
I hear that. I can't even say it. When you talk about his lack of intensity, off the ball, I hear that. Flawless, would you be happy to sell Bruno and let him leave? Absolutely. I'd pay his Uber to the airport. You know what I'm saying? 110%. Happily let Bruno Fernandes leave. 100. And notice how since we lost the FA Cup final that the Bruno stands have been hella quiet in the chat. That was Saturday. It's now Tuesday night. I ain't seen nobody who be here on a regular basis backing Bruno since that day. But roles had reversed and we had won that final and Bruno had played 10 out of 10. They be here talking about, this is why Bruno's this and that. First and all this nonsense. He's just not good enough. And the final shows that. That's why I know we're even shocked by his performance in the final. He scored a penalty and that was it. He did nothing else in that game. Don't get mistaken, he wasn't the only one. But this is why I would remove the vast majority of this team anyway. Here to there says Saint.
Never.
Yeah, go on, fam.
No, I was just answering it. Never.
Why would you bet on Virgil and Konate both staying fit for 33 to 35 Premier League games next year? So yeah, he's saying that.
Nope.
He's not. And also he's saying, what about Saint Maximum? Saint Maximum is the prime example of pace and power.
Are you trying to tell me he's not pace and power? I lie?
I'm saying, yeah, he's legit the prime example. And that's why he has the success he has. Yes, he needs to work on his end product and technical ability and all that type of stuff. But yeah, if you give give Sancho, say Maximum's pace and power, Sancho's a bagsman in this league, 110%. With his technical ability. And you just give him what say maximum pace. Yeah, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. Yeah. Well, St. Max, like I said, he's not good for different reasons. That's nothing to do with his lack of pace and power. Here's a good question. Ravi says, Saint, who should be in the pivot at Liverpool?
Kone and Besetic.
Who you going with? Say that again.
Kone and Besetic.
And then would you play McAllister in front of that? Okay.
Yeah, I think McAllister's more of like a ball carrying 8. And that's
that's fair. You know what I'm saying that. Hey, Sid, I don't know why you just running back. This guy running back. Nobody wants Nobody wants these dead Chelsea
Gallagher,
players.
bro.
Like Sid just trolling, you know. It's no one don't want
Gallagher, brother.
Chelsea players, you know.
I lie.
Mount,
that's what bare teams are saying when you ring them. Oh, keep these dead wash players, man. Don't want no Kai Havertz, Gallagher, Ruben Loftus-Cheek, Lau man, bro. Lau man.
That being said, speaking of Kai Havertz, obviously we'll move off topic. We'll go back to United, Liverpool. You lot continue to get your questions in. Of course, if you super chat, we'll get straight to it as well. Well, Kai Havertz to Real Madrid.
Callum Hudson-Odoi still plays there, bro. Oh my lord,
it's a show,
fam. Oh, these players.
This is it, man. Just keep your players. I'm good. Any rival fan who's trying to sell me their players, I don't want. Because if he was that good, you want him at your team. That's why. I don't know Mount, Gallagher, Kai Havertz, none of that. This is why I'm pushing this Harry Maguire to Tottenham Hotspur. I heard Harry Kane wants him. Cool. You know what I'm saying? If those reports are cool, take him. Please. I beg, please.
I would like someone with a higher technical ability. Than a little bit higher technical ability, who can hold the ball and not just running around and got industry. All right, thanks.
Facts. You know what I'm saying? And yo, Kai, speaking of that, Kai Havertz to Real Madrid, don't get it. What are you telling me, fam? I'm still baffed.
I'm so baffed, bro. But he's a horrible, horrible footballer, bro. Like, oh, mate, I'm sorry. Like, he is. Bro, he's bad, bro. Like I would don't do the Callum Hudson-Odoi thing. When Bayern came for all 30 mil, you should have taken that. You didn't. You'd see what happened. Now get rid of him, bro, for whatever piece that they're gonna give you, bro, because he's Havertz. He's shocking, bro. Honestly, he's shocking, bro.
He's so bad. I couldn't believe it when I seen it. I was like, Kai.
Bad, flawless, bro.
Kai Havertz, you know, it's crazy.
Like, he's just bro.
I'm hearing it's got legs to me as well. I'm hearing that's the craziest part.
Bro, I don't know. Like, just take it, bro. Don't even ask questions. Just take it, bro. Don't even come back with a second bid just in case they say nah. Just like, yeah, fuck it, go on then. Here, boom. Like, crazy, bro.
Yeah, I can't believe. But now supposedly here today,
he must be going up there to play wing back or something. Like,
it's got legs though. Like, I've seen people talk about, like, I think was it Fabrizio who tweeted about it, saying like there's genuine interest. There is genuine interest in this. Like, for real.
Watch Bowley say, nah. You guys beat us. Nah. Like, you know, there was there.
You have to 100%. And yeah, like Black Diamond says, get the likes up, support your quality channel as you continue to get brilliant content on a consistent basis. Facts. Make sure you lot do before we close out, people. Let's see what else you lot. And C1, yeah. I don't want no Kai Havertz. I'm good. If he's that good, you lot keep him. You lot need a 9. I'm saying he's Chelsea's best number 9 right now. What are we doing? Saying is Virgil van Dijk finished? We did kind of touch on the centre backs. Do you think Van Dijk?
I don't think he's finished. He's not finished at all. Is he the same Virgil van Dijk that can play damn near every game for the entire season? Not a chance. Not a chance, bro, at all. So that's why I'm like, you need to get someone of his level. So that Konate is not of his level. Brilliant, but again, injury prone. Do you know them ones there? So you need someone who's established, really, who could really take the mantle. But that comes with juggling. Do you know what I mean? Like actually managing, not just going with plan A until the wheels fall off. So I don't think it's something that Klopp's really looking to do. So
no, that's first. That's first. Let's see what else you lot are saying as well. Warrior J with the updates as always says Manchester United expect David De Gea to sign a new contract at the club despite interest from clubs in Saudi Arabia, and that's from @Graham Bailey on Twitter. Well, it's going to be interesting because, like I said, reports also came out yesterday stating that Manchester United didn't want to let Dean Henderson go until De Gea signs the new deal. I don't understand the hold-up with the De Gea new deal because I believe we've offered him the contract. I heard it's at reduced wages, but I don't understand exactly what the holdup is. But yeah, don't give him. We shouldn't give him. Let him go Saudi Arabia, man. Teams in Saudi want him. Let him go Saudi Arabia.
Nah,
Let
give him
him
that
go
thing, man.
Saudi.
Nah, sign the thing, bro.
Saudi Arabia, this guy, you are enemy of progress. You know what I'm saying?
Sign
Let
the
him go Saudi.
thing, bro.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to see no David De Gea in the sticks. I'm good.
Started.
Thank you for your services. It's time to go in it. It's time to move on. That's what it is.
Man.
This is guy. Dickie J says thoughts on Kim Min Jae Flawless. I like the idea. I'm with it. Again, profile, pace and power, 6'3". I'm saying it's played in the Champions League, it's played in the top league in terms of Serie A as well. One Serie A. I'm all for it's played at a World Cup. Why not? And they're talking like 40, 45 million in terms of his release clause. That's a steal. And we need another centre back. That's a steal. And we need another centre back in regards to, and that improves our centre back quartet because then you would have him, you'd have Varane, Martinez, Shaw. Like I've said before, that's a good four. So I like that. So yeah, Kim Min Jae, I'm all for it. Let's get the deal over the line. That's what we need to do. Josie says, I think De Gea hasn't signed because he's assessing our options flawless as Ten Hag hasn't guaranteed he's starting. Inshallah, he leaves. Let's hope so. Let's hope this is the case because reports have come out saying that we are in the market for a goalkeeper, which is good. So if De Gea, like I say, if he's assessing his options, let him go. I'm saying that's like a girl with you would say, I'm not sure if I want to be with you. I'm assessing my options. Let her go. Let De Gea go. There's plenty of goalkeepers out there. Let him go. I'm not sure about
him stay, bro.
Liverpool fans talking. That tells you all you need to know the level. If you really want to know the level of a player at your club, people, talk to rival fans. That's what I always say. Don't listen to, like, when you hear me criticizing a player, listen to how a Saint or a Jez or one of the Chelsea dickheads who be here in the chat or on the panel talk about rival players. Hear how they're trying to sell Mason Mount and Conor Gallagher and Kai Havertz. And that tells you all you need to know. Because if that was Enzo or Reece James or Badia Shile, the conversation is completely different. Them man are out here Chelsea fans putting Mason Mount in United shirts. Multiple edits, though, people. Multiple edits. I've seen him like photoshopped in it, the actual shirt from the front. I've seen him with Mason Mount's name on the back with no number. I've seen it with Mason Mount with the number 19. I've even seen Mason Mount with the number 7. Tells you all you need to know. Keep that man as far away from our club as possible. Keep him far away from I'm not with it. For 50 M's as well. The cheek. And he's got a year left on his deal. And you lot finish 12th and he don't get in your team. Warrior J says initial contacts have been made over a transfer for Kefren Turam from Liverpool, but there hasn't been any official transfer yet. There hasn't been an official offer yet transmitted to Nice, and that's from Santi_J_FM. Does surprise you, fam? I'm guessing not.
Nah, bro.
Yeah, but at least initial contacts have been made. That's a positive, right? Is that not a positive? This guy.
You had a board, man. You had a board, bro. And I get it, bro. Do you know the ones there having to deal with, like, that's the only thing that's really going on. It's speculation and that, but
hella speculation, man.
Hella speculation, bro.
Hella speculation.
Yo, is my man still available? Yeah, bro. What's the P's again? It's the P's that are there pretty much, innit? Like, say less. All right, cool. I'm supposed to be happy with that. That's pretty much what. Brother, that's what I don't understand, bro.
This guy's just not having it, yo. It's just not with it, yo. It's just like, yo, talk to me when the players here. I'm like that. I get it. I understand it. I understand it. Like, I'll talk on the speculation, but I get it. It's like, yo, just go get
Yeah,
the
I know you got to talk on the speculation.
Yeah.
I get it. You get me? But like, you can't be asking me like, yo, that's good news. Like, what is this, bruv? It's just news, fam. It's not good, bad, or indifferent. It's just fucking news, bruv. What's there, like, Jesus.
Ah, jeez. Imagine it's just news. Flawless, what type of player is a Ten Hag style of player? I don't know, because we get linked to like so many different ones. And who was it? Shout out to Nero's Nose Ball. He played this out on the Fan Calling show yesterday. Well, technically, yeah, it was technically yesterday now. And he said Manchester United have been linked with Mason Mount and Rabiot and Sabitzers and Koretskas, and we're trying to play this transition football and like hard yards and covering ground and pressing. But then we're also linked with Harry Kane, and he's the complete opposite to that. So this is what makes no sense. Same way last summer we chased De Jong, but then all the other midfielders we've been linked to have a completely different profile. But Eriksen is similar to the young.
You're going away from counter attacking and more possession, but you want man like Mason Mount.
Yes,
keep the ball.
But then we're trying to go to the keep the counter attacking and the high energy and closing down and pressing. But then we're linked heavily with Harry Kane. So that again, none of it makes sense to me. I don't. So I can't really tell you what type of player, because we missed out on De Jong, got Eriksen. That makes sense because like De Jong and Eriksen are similar in terms of what they do in terms of profile. However, then we get linked with Goretzka, like I said, and Rabiot. We signed Sabitzer, etc. And then we also get linked with Mason Mount. I don't like, just pick a style and go with it. Like whatever your main style is. That's what it is. Robert Bell says, because y'all need goals. Yeah, we know we need goals. But Harry Kane's not the only striker in the world who can provide goals for Manchester United. Right, so I don't really get that. Flawless, please explain the English quota for Premier League clubs. I believe you have to have been at a Premier League club for 3 years before the age of 21. So you don't even need to be English. So same way, if you're Spanish and you came through a youth system, wherever, you qualify for the quota. Or if you got signed at 18, then by the time you turn 21, you would be eligible. Don't quote me on that, but I think that's what it is. And the fact that people are talking about this quota as a positive for Mason Mount tells me all I need to know. I'm just doing up token black man business. Oh yeah, you take the bucks. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it is. Like, we just need someone black in the work. Just get him in. No matter his skill set or if he fits what we're trying to do or if he's qualified. Because when we talk about Harry Kane or Declan Rice, nobody don't mention the fact that they fill the quota. No, because they're good players. They're players of a certain quality. Well, yeah, I don't know. Brian says, yo, Flawless, if I'm honest, at the beginning of the season, I never thought we could play Eriksen and Bruno in the midfield in the Prem, but he managed to, so let's trust him and see. Here's the difference with that, though. Eriksen's of a quality. Casemiro's of a quality. So that's why we can play. But if Mount comes in, it's going to be to replace Eriksen. Because Bruno's going to play and Casemiro's going to play. And a Casemiro, Bruno, Mount midfield is horrible. I can't think of anything worse. See, you see Saint laughing over there. That is horrible. Talk about that is give the ball back FC. That's what that is. We just turning over possession constantly. That's what that is. Constantly. Turning over possession. It'd be awful. And to Robert, who says, who would I get for a striker? Bring me a pace and power athletic striker who's technically sound. Said this. That's the profile I want. Anybody that fits that profile. Go get a senior one. Go get a younger one. You actually need 3 strikers, but here we are. Let's see what else you are saying as well. Anyone else you've been linked with, actually? Aside from
if I was you, I just don't know why you haven't dropped a piece for Kane, because Kane, like, is so motivated. I know he's cool with the Real thing and it's guaranteed champs and that, but he wants that record, bro. He does want that record. 100%. He wants that record, and he would ideally like to stay in England, bro. He's so motivated, and someone of his level, he would bust his ass, bro. He would be so yo, I'm here. Let me show, man, what man's not having to fucking play with Eric Dyer and them man there, like, bro, like,
you know what? I'll tell you what it is. You know what I'm saying, and it's going to be
a
unpopular.
guy of his
opinion.
talent and the motivation that he would have to bang the goals, to win something, to break that, is worth it, bro.
Well, people, you know what it is. I'll say it right now. People don't want to hear it. That the reason why Manchester United won't pay the money is because we don't think he's worth it. That's why. If it's 120 M's and we all know how good Kane is, we'd go and pay the money if we thought he was worth it. We don't think he's worth it. Other teams don't think he's worth it.
But you won't pay. This is why I don't understand Man United. Right. You won't pay 120 M's, on what you would pretty much say. I know in football there aren't very many certainties, but Kane shelling it at United is probably one of the most certain things that I could probably put on. But you will spend 89 mil on Sancho.
Yeah, but that's bad business. But that's bad business. That's us doing bad business, though. We know this. We've done bad business for years, fam. We know this.
Not just what's it called? Impulsive. Man sat and prayed. Did 2 summers to then still pay 10 mil for Sancho. You won't pay 120 mil for someone who you know will shell it. Will absolutely crazy, bro.
Yeah, it's because, like I said,
you will pay 70 mil for Casemiro, who, as good as he is 31 years old. Like,
but Kane won't have the way I disagree.
Kane will have a bigger impact, I think, than what Casemiro did, bro.
I disagree.
That's how much I think Kane will absolutely.
You rate Kane higher than I do. That's what that is. I don't think Kane has a bigger impact than Casemiro.
I think Kane is hard body, and like I said, I think you underestimate when a man, like, I know I've seen it with Salah. I've seen it when a man wants to do, like, brother Kane, fam.
Kane,
he will, bro. He only wants his trophies and to beat that and he will do it.
But the issue is he's not of the quality of the players you just mentioned. As good as Kane is, he's not Salah. He's not Salah. He's not Salah.
He's not far. He's not. I actually think now. At the. Right. No. But I actually think now. I think if we were talking 3 seasons ago, maybe. But I think now. I think Kane offers you more than Salah.
No. He does now. When I say that, don't get mistaken. I'm talking about Salah at his best. I'm talking about.
Yeah, Salah, but you're not getting you. We're not talking about Salah at his best now. We ain't talking about.
No. We're not talking about now, but we're using that metric in terms of, put it this way: Kane doesn't do for you what Salah did for you. He's just not that. He's just not it. Kane's world class. Let me kill this dead. Kane is world class, 110%. He's world class. If you put Salah in that Spurs side, they win something. They win that league title against Leicester. If you put this is how you do it.
No. But I'm talking about okay. But what? Cool.
But yeah, he's fallen off.
But now
we're classing him.
If you put Kane in my team now, he will shell down.
No. Again.
Salah, I don't necessarily see Salah.
Well, you're missing the point. From. I'm not disputing getting goals and assists. I'm talking about team accolades. This man was the best player in a title race against Leicester in the better team and fell short. That Spurs side was better than that Leicester side. If you put Mo Salah in that Spurs side, Spurs win that league.
Of course, I hear that. 100. I agree. I hear that, but I don't know, bruv. Like, I just think like Kane is desperate to stay in this country, and he is, and Kane doing what he's doing in that dead Tottenham team. Well, you have to like. I just think
that's the defense right there. Is because he's in a dead Tottenham team. It's okay. Man's failed at Spurs. He should have won something.
Of course he has. No, 100%. But the team's failed. But the team has also 100%. Failed.
No,
you know the ones there. When you look at individual accolades, he's checked the box. The team has failed because it's a team sport. I think he goes ham. Like, if he's in Man. I think he
I don't
does
think he's.
play,
I don't think the reason why I don't think he's a needle mover because I've not seen you move the needle for Spurs. I've seen you go out this season.
But now you're in a different. But now you're on a different 8-track. You're on a whole different 12x10
okay.
now, rude
But
boy. So like the needle is different, fam. Like,
No,
man
the
could
difference
actually.
No. It's not that. You know why? Because that Spurs side he's been in the past, not the Spurs side now. Spurs side he's been in the past are better than this current Manchester United side. That Spurs side that fell short in that title race is better than it. Of course it is. Much better. Much better. 110%. Minus the defense. Take Martinez and Varane out of it. De Gea or that Lloris. Fullbacks, Kyle Walker or whoever you got. Kyle Walker. Danny Rose over our striker. Casemiro cool in midfield. They had Wanyama, Dembele. You know what I'm saying? Their team overall is better. Attack. They had a better Eriksen than what we had. They had Dele Alli and Harry Kane. To see one who says, how are you supposed to move the needle at Spurs? I don't understand. Win a trophy. Because we've seen, when I say move the, yes, win a, same way Kante moved the needle at Leicester City. That's what it is. And again, this is what happens every time we discuss Kane. It's, the team's bad and But if they to win something, who gets all the praise? They win a trophy, who gets the majority of the praise? That man got bounced by Sheffield United and Nottingham Forest in the domestic cups. Kane played in both those games. So I said this earlier, if he's world class, let's hold a world class player to world class standards. So you're telling me a world class player can't deliver a Carabao Cup or a FA Cup or can't get past Nottingham Forest or Sheffield United? Come on, man. What are we doing here?
He's also got agents in the team, bro. He's playing with like Emerson Royale and
we've seen that, and we watch Kante play next to Drinkwater and Wes Morgan and these men behind him and help them pick up a Premier League.
We talk about that drink. Wait, brother, Leicester City Drinkwater was the next.
No, because he had Kante next to him. That's why. Because
he was a next Drinkwater.
See, this is what I'm talking about, man. That Spurs side that he lost to, that Leicester City side, he was in the better team is the point I'm talking about. He had the better team and he failed. So when I say he's not a needle mover, look, if he's world class, which we all agree he is, because everyone said it in the chat, you said it, Saint. Let's hold him to world class standards. How are you a world class player and can't pick me up?
I don't think he's world class though.
You don't think he's world class?
No, I think he's got world class talent. Crazy. I can't say he's world class because he ain't one shit. Well, he ain't world class because you ain't one shit. I think he's got world class talent. I think he is top 3 strikers in the world, like 100%. But you're not world class because you haven't won nothing. But this is what I'm saying. So in a team like Man United, you have someone with world class. Bro, you just need. That's all you need him to do is just score. And you know that a lot of times he scores an assist, but for once, that's all you need my man to fucking do. And that's all he does very well. Like I said, he's got the talent. But I can't call Kane world class. Everyone else that I'm calling world class has fucking trophies, B. Do you see what I'm saying?
That's that's the metric.
That's my metric. That's my metric. Do you get it? So do you see what I'm saying? So but I never interrupted you when you were saying it because like I hear I get what you're saying. Do you know, like him being world class on the next man's metric. Well, he's shower. So I'm saying, I'm like, it just doesn't make any sense. It's not like it's like 200. It's 120 M. Like, just pay that. Bro.
The crazy part is like that's what I don't like. Like if we're holding him because you're saying he's not world class. People call him world class, but then don't want to hold him to world class standards because people were quick to get on Haaland earlier on in the season. He's made Manchester City worse when City weren't clicking. And yet we call Haaland so we're holding Haaland to world class standards. Yes, he's in an amazing team. But if we're holding him to world class standards, let's hold Kane to those world class standards as well. We watched him get bounced by an average AC Milan side. He was the best player on the pitch. According to most, if I ask right now who's the best player, if we put them 2 squads together, everyone's going to pick up. Most people will pick Harry Kane. Some might say Rafael Leao. So you're either number 1 or number 2 best players on the pitch. I'm saying make a difference. And it's not just about winning something. It's about in games. How many in-game moments does he have? We watch Rafael Leao.
But the biggest, just like you said it's about make a difference, and it's not just about winning games. Yeah. But the biggest game in which to make a difference
is a final in which to
Yeah,
win.
that's true.
You know,
Yeah,
do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like
I agree
that
with
is
that. I agree with that.
that's why like I can't call him world class. Like, do you get it? Like I hear what you're saying in terms of certain things you're saying about him. That's why I personally, that's my metric. I'm old. Do you get it? Like certain man these days, certain man are calling Saka world class. Do you get it? Like I'm just like, it's mad. Like you can't. That's not my thing in it. Like world class talent. Of course,
yeah,
bro.
and that's what it is. Like we watched Napoli were everybody's favorites over the other side of that draw. Napoli were as soon as that got drew, the vast majority, not everybody, but the vast majority of people were saying Napoli got to the final. I watched Rafael Leao make a difference in that game. He was the biggest difference maker in that tie. That's what I'm talking about. Yes, they got bounced by Inter in the semi-final. They didn't play. But my point is, Kane don't have that. The same way we watched Mbappe lose a World Cup final, his stocks went up. Impact, people. It's not all about winning things. Obviously, that matters. But my point is impact. We've seen him in so many finals, semi-finals, quarterfinals, whether that's for Spurs or whether that's for England, and just disappear all the time.
I don't understand, Don Dada. What you not having? I've missed something.
I think he said something about 1 second. You said
he said that you cannot be top 3 strikers in the world but not be world class. That's contradicting. It's not. Like I think in terms of talent, he is top 3. There isn't he's top 3. Like I can't name you 3 other strikers, like 5 other strikers better than Kane, like in terms of talent. But how can he be better than like all them other man that you're putting in there?
All right, let's answer this though. So what is your top? So currently, right now, who are your top 3 strikers? No order. What's your top 3?
Mbappe,
obviously, I know Haaland's one.
Haaland.
Well, Mbappe is more wide player, so we're saying central. Literally 9.
Okay. Literally 9s.
Yeah.
Boy, what now that thing is gone now? Now that
yeah, Benz is gone, so it's kind of through a spanner in the works.
Yeah, it's kind of a bit mad. It would have been for me. It's always been. Now. It would have been Benz, Haaland, Kane for me. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Benz, how can Benz is world class? That is it. Boom, bam, done. Get it? Kane, just because he's in that bracket right now because of his talent, doesn't mean that he's in his class. He is not. That's what I'm saying. It's not. I'm not contradicting myself, G. I'm actually trying to explain myself very eloquently.
Yeah, you're just saying basically because you put someone in top 3 in the world does not necessarily mean they're world class, especially if you don't think.
Because next season he might not be top 3 in the world. Do you get it? Like right now, that's where he sits. But he is not in the. He's not in his.
And to see one, that's the prime example of what I'm talking about. Because you said Benzema is a needle mover. We don't need to discuss. That's the point. I hold Benzema to world-class standards. When you look at that Real Madrid side that won the Champions League last season, yes, it had Vinicius Jr. Yes, it had Modric. If you want to include Valverde, cool. At the start of the season, nobody looked at that Real Madrid side and went, yeah, they're winning the Champions League. They were not in people's top 3 favorites. Let's call a spade a spade. Literally, probably every game in the knockout rounds, they were not the favorites. They weren't the favorites against PSG. You could argue they weren't the favorites against Chelsea. They weren't the favorite. You could argue they weren't the favorites against Liverpool. Liverpool in the final. Yeah, they were favorites against Liverpool in the final. The knockout stages, though. So I'm talking PSG. I'm talking Chelsea. And who did they play in the semi-final? Manchester City, definitely not. Benzema made the difference. Not in every single game, but I'm talking about over the course. And even if they would have lost the final, the fact that he got them there is testament. I'm saying overachieve. I'm not hearing, yes, we know Spurs are terrible, but you're world class. So therefore, do some world class shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Benzema is better than Kane. Yeah. Benzema is.
No, for me, yeah. For me, it would be Haaland, Kane. This is not in order. I'm just them off. Haaland, Kane, Lewandowski, Osimhen. Right now, I say, but out of them, only 3 of them, only Lewandowski, Haaland, and what do you call it? Only are world class.
Kane ain't world class. Osimhen ain't world class. They're just in that bracket right now because they're the best. And do you get
And
it?
that's
like,
and the thing is, that's your metric. That's fair.
that's
'Cause
my
you're
that's
consistent with the metric.
that's what I'm explaining my metric.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean? You can be,
Yeah, that's fair.
you can. I need to. Can't call me out, bro, and tell me that man's contradicting myself. B like, but that's the thing, and that like Flora said, that's my metric. Everyone's
that's
gonna
your
have
metric,
their own their own metric. Do you know what I mean? Like, and again, that like you can't be world class without having certain trophies,
That's
but
fair.
in having those trophies doesn't make everyone world class. Do you get it? That's just the entry point for me.
Yeah. That's there's other things that you like. You require to go. Yeah, such and such is world class. That's fair. If you're saying I don't class Kane as world class because he's not got the trophies, I can't argue you down from that. That's not how I judge it, but that's a fair assessment. And C1, yeah, you're making my point here because you said, but Benzema is better than Kane, so I don't need to compare. Benzema completed the best Champions League campaign I've seen in my life. Absolute carry job. That's the thing I'm talking about, C1, though. I'm not comparing the two. I'm saying they're both in the same bracket. I'm not saying who's better. I'm saying that we class them both as world class. You class Benzema as world class, as do I, C1. You also class Kane as world class, as do I. So this is why I keep saying hold him to world class standards. That's what I'm doing with Harry Kane. That's why I don't hear the thing. And I'm not even telling him to go win a Champions League. I'm saying pick me up a Carabao Cup, an FA Cup. I'm saying get past Sheffield United and Nottingham Forest in domestic cup ties. That's all I'm saying. That is legit all I'm asking him for. And there's obviously, if we go back prior, Spurs have gone out to some terrible teams as well. They've not always gone out. If they went out to a Manchester City, a Liverpool, a United, a Arsenal, I'd be like, you know what, cool. Look at some of the teams they've gone out to. Don't let West Ham go and pick up this Conference League. Let's go. Don't let West Ham go and pick up this Conference League. And you got the likes of Antonio and Declan Rice making a difference in Europe, but Kane can't. Is that West Ham team? Is someone going to tell me that Spurs side is worse than that West Ham side? Not in a million years. And yes, Spurs had the issue within. Like, let's not do that. That Sevilla side that won it. People will claim, all right, forget the Sevilla side. Frankfurt. That Frankfurt side that won the Europa League. Name me the players from in that side, people. People can't. They won it last year. I'm expecting Kane to match Frankfurt, who are wearing the Bundesliga right now, probably mid-table. That's all I'm saying. That's it. I just hold him to world-class standard.
I stand by what I'm saying. I don't hold him to world-class standard because he's not world-class to me. He's got world-class talent. Like, he's one of the best in the world right now. Not world class. If you get me, if and when he wins something, to get me, then boom.
See, and this is a Spurs fan saying this in regards to Harry Kane, where Jez is saying here. Let me pull this up. Hold up, laptop moving slow. But he says my biggest issue with most of these games, we went out. He hides in those games, and I'm not talking about the recent times. And let me bring this back to Manchester United, because that whole the team's not good enough. That shit can't run at Manchester United because you are under the microscope and under even much more severe pressure than you are. That whole media darling thing don't work. We watch Pogba, that happened to Pogba. The whole thing about, Manchester. No, Pogba was expected to carry that team on his back because he was 90 million and of the talent he is. So we're saying 120 M's for Kane. You're settled here. You get goals and you get assists. Now you got to deliver. I'm not hearing the team was terrible. For 120 M's, you better carry us to something. Do I believe he's good enough to carry us to something? No, because I've not seen him carry Spurs to anything. And he's been in better sides. Like I said, go look at Spurs sides previously, some of them, and they're better constructed than these current Manchester United sides. I'm not talking about right now, I'm saying previously. Like, what are we doing here? We're telling me Spurs sides couldn't match what Frankfurt have done. We watched Rangers reach a Europa League final last season with Joe Aribo up top. Telling me Harry Kane and Spurs can't match that. Is it all on him? No, of course not. But like I said, the reason why I'm singling him out, because you're the best player. You are the best player. And if Spurs were to win something, I'll fast forward this. Let's say this time next season, Spurs win an FA Cup or a Carabao Cup. Who gets the majority of the praise? Kane. And the conversation is, this is why Manchester United should have signed him, because he's helped Spurs win a trophy. Imagine what he could have done at Manchester United. Yeah. I know you see one. I'm not going on about you on this. Yeah. You didn't diss Pogba. I know that much. Yeah. I know that. I'm just using him as an example. I know that. That's all it is. I'm just not hearing it like in regards to Manchester United. That shit can't run. That can't run. I blame Kane for how he bottles it in England, not Spurs, though. See, I don't think he bottles it. People say he bottles it. I don't think it's a bottle thing. I just don't think he's as good as everybody makes out. I don't think it's a mentality thing. I think he's just like he's of a world-class level, yes, but you mentioned it, C1, and others have mentioned it. Oh, he's not as good as Benzema. So you're world-class, but you're world-class B. You're not world-class.
I don't have to get me. That's nah, you're not. For me, that's mad. You're even world class, or you're not. And for me, he's not. He's got world class talent, but he's not world class, isn't it? Like,
what you're saying to me as I say this now makes more sense. I'm adding to your debate when you say he has world-class talent. Maybe I need to look at this even further because this is something I've discussed on a regular basis.
Yeah, because you can't be world-class. You're in the same bracket as a man, but you're you know what I mean? You're in the same bracket, but you're not as good as you're a different echelon.
Yeah,
you're not in that bracket then, B. Like, you know them ones there.
No, he's in that bracket but falls at the bottom.
Yeah, that's mad, bro.
No. Let's do this. This is good. Is he in that bracket but falls at the bottom? That's what it is. You're not like, let's use these people. You're not let's look in your class. You're not Benzema. You're not Lewandowski. You're not, and when I say this, I'm talking about these players within their prime. He's not these guys. Who is Kane better than? If we talking strike, he's not Sergio Aguero. Sergio Aguero in his prime is better than Harry Kane in his prime.
Yeah.
What nines is, let me ask you lot in the chat, what nines is he better than in his prime? World class. When we talk the elite of the elite, who's he better than? He's not better than Suarez. So we got Benz, we got Lewandowski, we got Suarez, we got Aguero. He's not better than these, man. What world-class strikers over the past 10 years is he better than people? So from 2020, we'll go to 2013 to now. So from 2013 to 2023, who's he better than?
I done that on Diamond. You're the one that's calling me out. You saying this guy is world class, brother. Speak up for your boy. You get me? All the chat for man. Now you answer the question. Talk up, like. But man's talking about Welbeck. Is that where we're going? Is that the barrel we're screaming?
That is. Well, see, when you say, if we're talking straight ability, I'm not talking straight ability because we know me and you, C1, have these discussions all the time. Straight ability and actual productivity and delivering is two different things. Because if we're talking straight ability, Jadon Sancho, who we just criticized, is better than most men. Straight ability, yes. João Felix, another prime example of straight ability. But it's like, it's not that. You know what I'm saying? And that it's not that Black Diamond the joke, man. So let me ask you a question. In the past 10 years, what world-class strikers is Kane better than? Here's what I say. I think he's world-class. I think he's just at the bottom of the list. I think he's just at the bottom of the list.
Yeah, I continue with what I say. His talent is world-class. He's got world-class talent. He's just not world-class, dude.
Yes?
Hey, Yimika, relax.
Yeah, I'm going to let the Liverpool fan get to this. Is he better than a Prime Torres?
Prime? Hell no.
Yeah.
No. Overall career? Hondo.
Yeah.
Hondo.
Okay, so let me ask you, you put Prime Torres in that Spurs side. Did they win that league title?
Yes. Prime Torres.
Exactly, this is the point I'm making.
What you, man? Hey, Yimika, don't do that, bruv.
This is no, fam. But you're proving my point. Did you see how you just said yes? Like I asked you a silliest question. That's the difference.
That Torres, bro. That Torres, that was, brother. Who does Kane? Who wakes up and says thinks, oh, Kane actually buoyed me, bro, you know that one's there, come on, man, there's Man United defenders, yeah, that are still sweating over what Torres done to them and that, Torres. Nah, don't do that.
And this is the points that we get to. And I know I have these debates often because the Kane Defense League always wants to come out when I criticize him. But like I said, people, I rate man highly. I've said he's world class. I think Kane is world class. I think he is the second best striker in the league currently. I think he's one of the best strikers in Europe. If Manchester United were to sign him, I'm not against it. He would get goals here. He would get assists. But do I think he takes us over the line? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? And I legit don't know. I'm unsure. Because it reminds me of, and I can't remember, was it Shah who made the point? Because I've made
To
the
have
point
the
previously.
second best striker in the league play for Man United, I just think do you know them ones there?
Okay,
Like,
but we have this. This is where I was gonna go with that. We had this, arguably, this is a great point you just made. When we had Van Nistelrooy, we had the second best striker in the league. We sold him and got Louis Saha, who on paper is not as good, and got a teenage Ronaldo. The team got better. Because it's a team game. Ironically, all the issues I have with Harry Kane are all the issues I have with Van Nistelrooy. Saha offers all the things I would want from my striker, and Ivan Toney, etc. And Ronaldo, even though it's a teenage Ronaldo. This is the point I'm making. Just because you're individually a better player, do you suit the team? I've said this, and I'm old enough to admit he's Van Nistelrooy. Great goal scorer. I've said it before. Is Kane a better overall player than Van Nistelrooy? Yes, he's a better foil for others before anyone said, oh, the passing, yes. Of course, Harry Kane's a much better passer and overall footballer. But Van Nistelrooy is a bagsman. I've said this. He's the best striker. He's the best finisher I've ever seen at Manchester United. And I've seen vast majority of all ours. But guess what? Hear what Saint's saying about it. But hear what I'm saying, people. We sold him, got Louis Saha. Go and look at Louis Saha's numbers and go and look at Van Nistelrooy.
Yeah, but Saha's is criminally underrated though.
No. He's criminally underrated. I agree, fam. But the point I'm making is Van Nistelrooy at that point is seen as levels above a Louis Saha.
Yeah.
He's the second best striker in the league at that point, behind Henry. He's seen as the second. That was the conversation at that time between those two. But yet we sold him, got Saha, and got a teenage Cristiano Ronaldo and three-peated and won the Champions League. Do we do that if Van Nistelrooy stays? No. Because the game's moved on, and the game's moved on even further now. It's a pace and power thing. It's athleticism.
You see what I'm talking about in terms of...
Go on. And big up everyone who's joined from the raid as well. Go on, fam. Carry on. Large
up, man. The mentality that it took for you to ship out a Van Nistelrooy at the time when he was second best striker to then get a Louis Saha. That's the type of mentality. That's what I would like to see in Klopp. Do you know what I mean? And his backroom staff. This is what I've been saying. It's lacking. It's stale. There isn't any type of, do you know what I'm saying? The balls that it comes from. Like, these are the type of things. That's the same balls that Pep showed earlier on in the league. And then won it. Do you know what I'm saying? I cannot really by the end. These are the things in which need to happen. Like, these are the type of things that I look at the greats. I look at who has done the things in which I'm wanting to aspire to do, and then try and emulate that. We ain't doing that. Yeah. So slow.
And that's what it is. That's what it screams to me of. And again, because I was younger when we sold Van Nistelrooy, I didn't get it. I couldn't believe my eyes. I was like, what? How are we selling this man? Because obviously I'm looking at football, but just much more simple-minded, who scored all them goals.
I was like, the cojones man must have, bro. Bro.
You know what I'm saying? I couldn't believe it. Because obviously I'm much less understanding then because I'm younger. So I'm like, how are we selling this man who averages 30 goals a season?
Getting rid of the second best striker in the league.
Yep.
Meanwhile, my man is on his knees talking about Milner. Give me another year. Nah, Dave, end the stream, man. Allow me, bro.
Facts, we're going to close out shortly. You lot continue to get your final few questions in. Keep it Manchester United or Liverpool related. Big up to everyone who joined from the raid. Large with my G Lewis. Let's bump up the likes. There's over 190 of you lot in here. Let's get to 100 likes before we close out. Indeed, please make sure you do that. Hit that subscribe button as well. Of course, if you super chat, I'll get straight to it as well. I'll get straight to your question if you do indeed super chat. Check out the link for the membership is in the pinned comment as well. I want to get to our final few things. Lewis saying smash the likes and run us the mount money. Like I said to you, go look for that mount money under the couch. To Rafa, I killed is dead. We need more than Kane. Even Van Persie can't win the league with De Gea, Fred, and Maguire. But like I said, people look at the Van Persie thing. Look at the team that Van Persie won the league with. It's not a title winning side. Well, you know what? Van Persie moved the needle. That's why Fergie was kicking off all the players, apart from Scholes, and Gary Neville spoke about this. It was get the ball, get your head up, and get the ball to Van Persie. Only Scholes can see his runs. It was give the ball to Van Persie and get the fuck out of the way. Basically is what Sir Alex Ferguson was telling him. That's how good he was. Like Saint said it. Our defenders really yo, I don't want to face Harry Kane today. That's why when people say, oh, he'll have the Van Persie effect. No, because he's not as good as Van Persie. He's not as good as Van Persie. He's not. He's not as good. I'm sorry, he's not. Go look at Van Persie's biggest issues was injuries, but his numbers was good. And you've seen the season that he stayed fit. Ridiculous player. So yeah, but of course we need more than Kane, without doubt. 110%. 110%. Let's see. Was Dimitar Berbatov world class? No, I think he was top class. I don't think he was world class. No, I don't put him in the world class bracket. I think he was top class. He's not world class blue. He's the bracket below. What I'm saying is that he's top class.
Class B, world class light in that.
World class light. That's funny to me, isn't it? That man came up with that. Because like I said, it sounds, and people hear me say this, and it sounds like I don't rate Kane and I rate him highly. I supremely rate, but I've seen this. I feel like I've seen this before. It's deja vu. He's Van Nistelrooy. He's Van Nistelrooy, man. And I'm not trying to see that. That's what it reminds me of. When we need a more fluid, Kane can't be fluid and interchange and play on a counter attack. Yes, he can pick up the ball and play the pass. But in terms of running in behind, absolutely not. What's going on?
The size of this fucking spider. Oh my God. Nah, fam. This has got to die, fam. Fam, show it. Nah, I need to kill this with the fucking quickness, bro. Are you dumb, bro? Fucking hell, bro. I got one chance.
Do your thing, man. You'll be all right.
One hit is all it takes, like do a leap or read, boy. Fucking hell. Oh, brother, you're on the. Hey, fam, this thing is so wham, yeah. It's scaring me, bro. Like, it's actually. Nah, fam. Oh my God. Wait, hold on. Let me see if I can show you right now, yeah. Don't know if you can see this thing here, but it is humongous, bro. Like, can you see that? No,
I can't even see, fam. I can't even see.
I can't bring it closer, fam. Like, I'm shook, bro. I'm
shook. It's all good.
Oh my days, bro. Nah. I'm sorry, bro. Let me do this. And yeah. I'm here, though.
Shout out, Poppy. Shout out, Poppy, every single time.
Each and every time.
Yeah, it is. Beijing Pop says, hey, big on my Beijings in the building. Love that. Outside the cyborg, who do you want as the 9 in this era? Just bring me a mobile. I still want Ivan Toney. Ivan Toney would still, even with the ban, be my first choice. But behind that, it's a profile.
Even with the ban, yeah?
Even with the ban, because we need 3 strikers, fam. We don't have one.
How much would you pay? How much would you?
Cheap now. I'd go cop him quick for 50 M's, fam. His deal runs out in 2025. You're negotiating from a position of power. You now have a player on your hands who you can't play up until January. And then when he comes back, he's got half a season and then he's got a year left on his deal. I'd go cop him now for 50 M's, 100%. 50 M's. Take him now. And we'll do the deal like behind the scenes and be like, all right, January, we'll pattern this. Because we need 3 strikers anyway. We need 3 strikers. So go get me the senior striker, whoever that is, the youngster, and then Ivan Toney and let them man battle it out. Cool.
Do you think you're getting them 3 strikers?
Absolutely not. My club don't do serious business like that, fam. Come on now. This is Manchester United we're talking about. You know this. That's why you creasing over there. Don't do that. This guy's a dick, you know. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm
3 strikers, man.
You know what I'm saying? You know, my club don't do serious business. I'd get everything we need. We don't get everything we need in extras. You know what I'm saying in that? We just gonna get enough. That's what it is. You just gonna get enough. We don't be getting extras. We don't do that. Don't do them things. You know this.
Shit. Them man there, certain man go and get the Haalands with the Alvarez sauce on the side. Like, you know them ones there. Like,
Alvarez in addition.
In addition with the sauce, and then they just be holding like the Kevin Phillips like potatoes just there, like just in case man needs it. A little snack when man's hot. Fam, you know what's going on right now?
I might team out here trying to sign Mason Mount. You know what I'm saying?
Give man a little crumb, bro. That's all I need, bro. Like, man, trying to. Jesus.
Yeah. That's it. And to Jesus says Fabrizio just tweeted McAllister completed his medical and just signed the contract now. All right, cool. What I'm saying. So it seems that's going to go down. So this time we do the show next week. You should have McAllister.
I got bounce. But listen,
Yeah, no stress,
please,
fam. Close out. Close out. Let them know anything you want to add. All that good stuff, fam. Always good. I really enjoy the show as always.
Just bring me the players that I need in it, the midfielders and the backup and the CBs in it. But we'll be back for more link talk, like that, links and that.
100%. That's why I even created a new playlist for this show. So this is the summer transfer window editions. So yeah, just for all the summer transfer window, there's a new playlist for the show and all the other shows on the channel. And obviously when the season starts back, we'll run it same playlist, but then it'll be the 23-24 season. There's going to be a lot of transfer news, 110%. Don't forget, people, we got coming up tomorrow. A couple shows coming up tomorrow. Sarcasm City Sports Q&A. That'll be a midnight, people. I don't know why I said it as 11:30 p.m. But yeah, midnight Sarcasm City Sports Q&A. So that's tomorrow at midnight. And then 1:30 a.m. game 3 of the NBA playoffs, NBA finals, I should say. Miami Heat versus Denver Nuggets is tied at 1 apiece. So this is the first game now in Miami. So that's live on the Twitch. So Sarcasm City Sports Q&A here at midnight. We'll be discussing answering all your sporting questions. And then on the Twitch, like I said, the Heat versus the Nuggets game 3. But yeah, Saint, bless up every time, yeah? Saint's gone large up to Saint. I'm going to try and pattern pro clubs in between for you lot as well. I may do it on the YouTube. I may do it on the Twitch. I don't know. Let me know in the chat, actually. Would you lot prefer to see the pro clubs today, technically now, on the YouTube, or would you prefer to see it on the Twitch? Obviously, I can't really set a time because getting all the man them together is a long thing. I'm going to jump back on and see who's actually about. But large up, my guy, saying, love to everyone who's locked in. You lot are real ones. I think I got to all the questions as well. Big up my guy, Lewis, for the raid. As always, that's my done right there. David says, you are only as good as the team you play with. Zlatan couldn't have carried us when he was at Manchester United. Still was our top scorer. Now I rate Zlatan highly, top drawer. But Zlatan did help us win trophies. We won 2 trophies with Zlatan. Am I correct? Did he not help us win the League Cup and the Europa League? Or was he not here? I swear he did. Yeah, he was. He was in, I know he didn't play in the final because he was injured, but he helped. The point I'm making is that I keep stating this. If we're calling players world class, let's hold them to world class standards. Simple as that. Otherwise, what are we doing? But yeah, man. Man is saying Twitch, YouTube. Always preferred YouTube. Let's see. All right, man. Well, I'll decide anyway tomorrow, people. I will decide tomorrow. But yeah. Love to everyone who has locked in. This has been the Manchester United Liverpool show. Man United podcast meets the Analysis at Anfield podcast live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube. Big up for tuning in.